The internet is melting down tonight because the unthinkable just happened. In a jaw-dropping twist no one saw coming, Mendeecees' own son has gone public, dropping what he claims are ironclad receipts proving that Yandy Smith has been cheating all along. And if that wasn't enough to shatter the image of their so-called fairy tale marriage, Mena, yes, the very same Erica who's been screaming for years that Yandy couldn't be trusted, has just been vindicated in the most explosive way possible. This isn't a rumor. This isn't fan speculation. This is betrayal inked in screenshots, whispered through leaked recordings, and broadcast across every corner of social media like wildfire. The receipts show late-night messages, questionable hotel check-ins, and even blurred audio of a conversation too raw for television. It's the kind of scandal that makes you question everything we thought we knew about. Love and Hip Hop's most high-profile couple. Twitter is already a war zone. Instagram comments are pure chaos. Celebrities are jumping in, insiders are spilling tea, and fans are demanding answers in real time. What exactly did Mendeecees' son find? Why would he risk destroying his own family if the truth wasn't undeniable? And most importantly, is this the final nail in the coffin for Yandy and Mendeecees' roller coaster marriage? Buckle up, because what we're about to reveal isn't just gossip. It's the kind of scandal that ends careers, rewrites reputations, and proves once and for all that Mena was right from the very beginning. The moment the receipts dropped, the entire Love and Hip Hop universe shook to its core. Mendeecees' son, Lil Mendeecees, didn't just throw shade. He set the entire house ablaze. Screenshots, recordings, and whispered claims came flooding out like a tsunami of betrayal, and with every leak, the walls Yandy had so carefully built around her reputation came crashing down. Fans who once saw her as the strong, loyal wife standing by her man through prison and scandals suddenly found themselves gasping for air as undeniable. Proof suggested she might have been playing a whole different game behind closed doors. According to insiders close to the family, it all started with a simple act of rebellion. Lil Mendeecees, already frustrated with years of drama, allegedly got into a heated argument with Yandy about loyalty. Within hours, his social media page lit up with cryptic posts, pictures of Yandy's G-Wagon with the word cheater smeared across the hood in white marker, and captions that hinted at secrets no one wanted exposed. At first, fans assumed it was a joke, another one of those petty family pranks we've seen from them before. But then, in the dead of night, the boy went live. That's when everything exploded. On Instagram Live, Lil Mendeecees allegedly held up a stack of printouts. Scrolling through messages and emails, his voice tight with anger. He said, "I told y'all, Erica wasn't lying. Y'all called her messy, but she told the truth. Yandy ain't who you think she is." And then he dropped the bombshell blurred audio clips that sounded like Yandy speaking to an unidentified man, arranging late-night meets. The voices were faint, muffled, almost drowned in static, but the implications were devastating. One particular clip stopped the internet cold. A woman's voice, eerily similar to Yandy's, whispered, "Don't call me after 10. Just text. You know, he watches." That one line sent fans into a frenzy. Twitter timelines exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Yandy Y exposed and hashtag Erica was right began trending worldwide. Fans demanded receipts and Lil Mendeecees kept delivering. More screenshots appeared, hotel bookings under a pseudonym, suspicious Uber receipts, and messages filled with vague promises about next time and keeping things quiet. The receipts weren't polished. They weren't perfectly tied together, but they had the one thing that made them believable: rage. This wasn't a clout chase. This looked like a son who'd had enough of the lies and was ready to set the record straight. No matter the cost, the drama only intensified. When Mena herself jumped into the firestorm, within hours of the leaks, she went on Instagram with a glass of wine in hand, smirking at the camera. "See?" she said. "I tried to tell y'all years ago. But everybody wanted to call me bitter. Everybody wanted to call me crazy. Well, who's crazy now? That one clip was reposted thousands of times. Her laugh echoing across timelines like a dagger twisting deeper into Yandy's public image. Erica's fans, who had been waiting for her vindication, rallied behind her. Even her critics had to admit, this time, she had a point. Behind the scenes, insiders claim Mendeecees himself was blindsided. He allegedly woke up to the news, like the rest of us, his phone buzzing nonstop as headlines screamed about his wife's alleged betrayal. One source close to the couple told us Mendeecees didn't believe it at first. He thought it was just the kids being dramatic. But when he heard the audio, that's when he froze. That's when the doubt hit him. The idea that the man who had survived prison scandals and countless reality TV feuds might be taken down not by enemies, but by his own family, was too surreal to process. The love and hip-hop community wasted no time choosing sides. Some cast members quietly liked Lil Mendeecees' posts, their subtle support speaking louder than any words. Others tried to stay neutral, posting vague messages about praying for the family or staying out of people's business. But the damage was done. Once the screenshots and recordings were out there, no amount of damage control could erase them from the public memory. Then came the most shocking twist of part 1. Mena wasn't the only one celebrating. Samantha Wallace, Lil Mendeecees, mother and Yandy's longtime rival, allegedly shared her own cryptic post. A black screen with the words, "The truth always comes out." Fans immediately interpreted it as a dig at Yandy, another nail in the coffin of her crumbling reputation. With both Erica and Samantha effectively circling like vultures, it felt like Yandy was being cornered from every direction. But what about Yandy herself? Silence. For the first time in years, the usually outspoken, always defensive Yandy went ghost. No Instagram lives, no statements, no cryptic posts, just silence. And that silence became louder than any denial could have been. Fans filled her comments with accusations, some begging for answers. Others calling her the biggest fraud in love and hip-hop history. And the longer she stayed quiet, the more people believed the receipts were real. In the middle of this storm, whispers began to circulate about even more damaging material waiting to surface. Allegedly, Lil Mendeecees hadn't even dropped everything yet. Insiders suggested there were recordings of late-night phone calls, secret rendezvous photos, and even conversations where Yandy allegedly admitted to things that could destroy not just her marriage, but her career. The leaks we'd seen so far, they said, were just the beginning. By the end of the first 24 hours, the chaos had grown too big to contain. Fans were divided. Mendeecees was reportedly demanding answers. Erica and Samantha were celebrating, and Yandy's silence was only fueling speculation. And just when everyone thought it couldn't get worse, rumors began swirling that VH1 cameras had been rolling the entire time, meaning this scandal wasn't just gossip. It could end up on television, broadcast for millions to see, immortalized forever in reality TV history. And that's where part 1 ends, leaving one burning question echoing through every corner of social media. If this is what Lil Mendeecees was willing to share publicly, what else is still hidden? What receipts are waiting in the shadows, ready to burn Yandy's entire empire to the ground? If part 1 was the spark, part 2 was the inferno. And this time, nobody was safe. By the time the sun rose the next day, the leaks had multiplied. What started as a son's frustrated outburst turned into a full-scale scandal tearing through every corner of the industry. New receipts surfaced, this time showing more than blurry screenshots. Alleged DMs, time-stamped photos, and even voice memos flooded Twitter and TikTok. All pointing toward one terrifying conclusion. Yandy had secrets she could no longer bury. The first bombshell. Insiders claim Mendeecees confronted Yandy in private immediately after hearing the audio. Sources close to the family say he was pacing the house, furious, demanding answers while Yandy tried to insist it was fake. But the damage was done. Trust already fragile after years of rumors shattered in an instant. One source described the confrontation as nuclear. Allegedly, Yandy broke down crying, swearing on everything that mattered to her that she hadn't cheated. But Lil Mendeecees' relentless leaks made it impossible for Mendeecees to believe her. Meanwhile, Mena wasn't finished twisting the knife. She posted a scathing Instagram story with the words, "When I said she was fake, they laughed. When I said she was sneaky, they dragged me. And now, silence." That's what guilt looks like. Fans ate it up. Erica was crowned vindicated queen across Twitter, and even some of her longtime haters admitted she'd won this round. The drama reached such a fever pitch that clips of her laughing spread faster than the actual receipts, becoming a meme within hours. But Samantha Wallace, never one to miss her moment, took things further. She allegedly reached out to a gossip blog with her own set of receipts, claiming she'd seen Yandy behaving suspiciously years ago, but kept quiet to protect the children. The blog ran the headline, "Samantha Wallace confirms Yandy has been lying for years. It's not new." Fans were stunned. Was this really a long-running scheme? Had Yandy been hiding her truth this entire time? The tension boiled over when Love and Hip Hop cast members began to react. Gambella, once Yandy's. Ali allegedly unfollowed her on Instagram, sparking rumors that even her friends were turning against her. Spice posted a cryptic tweet. "Some people play wife for TV, but real life don't lie." The post racked up over 50,000 likes and was immediately interpreted as a shot at Yandy. Even Cardi B, who doesn't even film with the cast anymore, liked a fan tweet calling Yandy the fakest first lady in hip-hop TV. That alone made headlines. And then came the live showdown. In a move no one expected, Lil Mendeecees went back on Instagram Live, this time with Mena in the comments egging him on. With thousands of viewers watching in real time, he revealed something that made jaws drop. "Y'all think I leaked everything? Nah, there's more. Screenshots, recordings, stuff even my pops don't know yet." The audience went wild. Erica typed in the comments, "Spill it. Let them choke." But before he could continue, the live abruptly cut off. Was it technical issues? Or had someone forced him to shut it down? Fans speculated wildly, some claiming Yandy or Mendeecees themselves pulled strings to silence him. Behind the scenes, producers at VH1 were allegedly scrambling. Multiple insiders whispered that they were already cutting together footage for the next season, building this scandal into the biggest storyline in Love and Hip Hop history. "This is bigger than a storyline," one producer allegedly said. "This is real life collapsing on camera." Fans began speculating whether the leaks were genuine family betrayal or part of an orchestrated reality TV twist. Either way, Yandy's silence only made her look guiltier. The internet became a war zone. Half the fans called for Yandy to be removed from the show entirely. Others defended her, saying she was being set up by bitter exes and a rebellious stepson. But then came the most shocking revelation of Part 2. A set of text messages allegedly between Yandy and a mystery man that included intimate language and one particularly damning line, "If anyone asks, just say you're working late." With me, the screenshots looked convincing. The timestamps lined up with nights Mendeecees was out of town, and one message even included a blurry photo of a wine glass on Yandy's kitchen counter. Fans connected the dots instantly. "That's her kitchen. That's her counter," one tweet read. "No way, these are fake." Mendeecees himself broke his silence the next morning with a cryptic Instagram post, a photo of his hand with no wedding band. Captioned simply, "Loyalty is tested when the storm comes." The post sent shockwaves. Fans flooded the comments. "It's over. Take that ring off permanently. You deserve better." Within minutes, the post had nearly 500,000 likes, and blogs plastered it everywhere. For the first It seemed Mendeecees might actually walk away. But the biggest cliffhanger came when TMZ reported that alleged security footage from a popular Atlanta restaurant was being shopped around. Footage that supposedly showed Yandy dining with a man late at night holding his hand across the table. The footage hadn't been released yet, but the whispers alone sent fans into meltdown. If that tape surfaced, it could end Yandy's entire career. By the end of part 2, the scandal wasn't just a family feud anymore. It had escalated into a public trial of Yandy's entire legacy. From leaked DMs and shady audio recordings to cryptic cast reactions and looming restaurant footage, the evidence stacked higher every hour. And as Mena's laughter echoed through social media, fans were left with one terrifying question. If Yandy had really been living a double life, what else was she hiding? By the time part 3 unfolded, the scandal had mutated into something no one could control. The alleged security footage from the Atlanta restaurant finally leaked, and it was worse than anyone imagined. The grainy clip circulated by TMZ and a swarm of gossip blogs showed a woman unmistakably resembling Yandy seated at a candlelit table with a man whose face was blurred but whose voice, when he laughed, sent fans into a frenzy. Across the table, Yandy leaned forward, touching his hand. For 20 agonizing seconds, the two appeared to share an intimate moment before Yandy pulled back quickly, looking over her shoulder as if she knew she was being watched. The internet lost its collective mind. Hashtags like #YandyExposed and #YandyGate trended worldwide. Fans dissected every pixel of the video, comparing the woman's jewelry, her nails, even the tilt of her head to Yandy's recent Instagram posts. One user tweeted, "Same ring, same bracelet, stop lying. That's her," another wrote. Mendeecees was right to take that band off. This is embarrassing. By the end of the day, the clip had racked up millions of views and left Yandy cornered with nowhere to hide. Inside sources claimed Mendeecees exploded when he saw the video. Allegedly, he confronted Yandy in front of family members, slamming his phone on the table and shouting, "Explain this right now." Witnesses say Yandy broke down, sobbing, insisting the man was a business associate and the dinner was purely professional. But the more she spoke, the less anyone believed her. One insider described the scene as chaos, screaming, crying, phones recording, everyone in shock. But then came the twist nobody saw coming. Lil Mendeecees, the very son who started the firestorm, leaked the full receipts. Screenshots of alleged private conversations between Yandy and the mystery man surfaced, including affectionate messages, late-night check-ins, and even photos of wine glasses clinking the same night. As the restaurant footage, one line in particular destroyed everything. "I wish you could stay longer, but the kids will notice." Fans froze. That single sentence painted Yandy as a woman living a double life. Social media erupted in fury. She played stepmom of the year for TV but was sneaking around the whole time? One fan raged. So Erica and Samantha weren't lying. She's been dirty. Memes flooded Twitter. TikTokers reenacted the leaked messages in skits that went viral. Even celebrities weighed in. Cardi B commented under a Shade Room post, "This is wild. Hope the kids are okay." 50 Cent posted a mocking meme of Yandy on Instagram with the caption, "Somebody get this girl a new storyline, cause the old one is burnt." But Mena wasn't laughing anymore. She went live on Instagram, visibly emotional, holding back tears as she said, "I told everybody, I warned the world, and nobody believed me. They dragged me, they called me bitter, they called me crazy. But now the truth is right there. You can't erase it." Her video hit over 1 million views in 2 hours. Suddenly, Erica transformed from villain to vindicated truth teller. And fans rapped. But the real shock came when Mendeecees himself finally addressed the world directly. In a raw Instagram live session, he appeared visibly shaken, his voice low but steady. "I built my life around loyalty, around trust, around family. And now, I'm questioning everything. I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know who's real anymore. At one point, he looked straight into the camera and said, "If it's true, then everything I stood for was a lie." Fans flooded the comments, begging him not to give up. Others urging him to walk away from Yandy once and for all. And then, in the most shocking twist yet, Yandy finally broke her silence. She uploaded a video late at night, face bare, eyes red. From crying in it, she said, "I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, but I have never cheated on my husband. These lies are tearing my family apart, and I will not let bitter people destroy what I've built." But before she could say more, fans dissected her every word. "Why didn't she outright deny the receipts?" one user tweeted. "She's dodging." Another wrote, "Crying doesn't equal innocence." The backlash was immediate. Yandy's comment section filled with snake emojis and accusations of gaslighting. Brands she partnered with quietly removed her from campaigns. And whispers began to circulate that VH1 producers were reconsidering her role on the next season of Love and Men. Hip-hop. Just when fans thought the scandal had peaked, another bomb detonated. An anonymous source delivered alleged legal documents to a gossip outlet, suggesting that Mendeecees had already begun exploring divorce, a divorce that could expose not just Yandy's alleged cheating, but financial secrets as well. "She's hiding money," the insider claimed. "This isn't just about love. This is about survival." The revelation sent fans spiraling. Was this scandal not just about cheating, but about something even darker? Was Yandy protecting more than her heart? Was she protecting her empire? And if those financial records came out, how many more secrets would unravel? By the end of part 3, the Harris family was in freefall. Lil Mendeecees was hailed as the whistleblower of the century. Mena was rebranded as the truth prophet. Samantha Wallace was sharpening her knives, and Mendeecees himself stood at the edge of walking away from the marriage for good. Yandy, once seen as the unshakable first lady of hip-hop TV, now looked cornered, fragile, and possibly finished. The cliffhanger was brutal. In the final hours, an alleged recording surfaced Yandy's voice, panicked, whispering, "If this gets out, I lose everything." The recording cut off abruptly. Fans went ballistic. "Lose everything? Girl, what are you hiding?" Theories spread like wildfire. Some claimed she was covering up another relationship. Others believed the financial fraud rumors were real. Some even speculated the recording was planted by VH1, to fuel ratings. But one thing was certain, nothing would ever be the same. Yandy's perfect image had been obliterated, Mendeecees' loyalty had been shattered, and the internet was hungry for more. The story was no longer just about cheating. It was about power, betrayal, and the kind of secrets that could destroy an empire. And as Mena's laughter echoed across social media one more time, fans were left with a chilling question. Was this the end of Yandy and Mendeecees, or just the beginning of something even darker? And there you have it. The Harris empire is crumbling before our very eyes. Receipts exposed, voices recorded, reputations shattered. What started as a whisper from Lil Mendeecees has now exploded into a wildfire of betrayal, exposing cracks in Yandy and Mendeecees' so-called unbreakable bond that can never be sealed again. But the real question is, do you believe Yandy's tears? Do you believe her late-night video? Or do you believe the receipts, the footage, and the whispers she couldn't silence? Because if even a fraction of this is true, then the story we thought we knew about love, loyalty, and hip-hop royalty has just been rewritten in blood and lies. And this